Okay, so let's just jump right into a scenario we have all lived through. You order something on Amazon, I don't know, a new phone charger, and poof, it's on your doorstep the next day. It's like magic. But then, that prescription your doctor called in? Yeah, you're still waiting for the text that it's ready. It's a universal frustration, right? How on earth can a company that sells everything get a package to you faster than a pharmacy can get you the medicine you actually need?
Well, when you ask that question, you start to uncover this incredible story about two systems that operate in completely different universes. They're built on totally opposite foundations. You see, one is this finely tuned symphony of pure speed, while the other is a carefully constructed gauntlet of safety.
And this slide right here, this pretty much says it all. For Amazon, the entire game is built around one thing: speed. The goal is your convenience. But for your pharmacy, the absolute #1 non-negotiable metric is accuracy. Their goal is your safety. Everything, and I mean everything, in their process is designed around these fundamentally different goals. So let's see what that actually looks like, starting with the undisputed masters of speed.
To really understand the pharmacy way, you first have to appreciate the sheer scale and, frankly, the genius of the Amazon machine. It's a system that has been obsessively engineered from the ground up for one purpose and one purpose only: getting a product off a shelf and onto your front porch at a speed that is just breathtaking.
It all begins with a simple idea: proximity. Amazon has built over 175 of these massive fulfillment centers across the US. They basically put a giant warehouse just down the road from almost everybody. And get this, they use predictive algorithms to stock those warehouses with stuff they think you're going to buy even before you've clicked the button.
Now, inside these buildings, it's pure science fiction. We're talking about an army of more than 350,000 robots working alongside people. And they totally changed the game. Instead of a worker walking for miles to find your item, a robot literally lifts the entire shelf and brings it right to them. The level of automation is just staggering.
So you have the proximity, you have the robots, and what does that get you? An average of just 60 seconds. I'm going to say that again, 60 seconds. That is the time it takes from you hitting buy now to your item being picked from a shelf, packed in a box, and on its way to the shipping dock. It's almost hard to believe.
And this is how that incredible minute breaks down. The moment you click, an algorithm finds the closest item to you. A robot is sent on the most efficient path possible. The item gets scanned like 5 or 6 times to make sure it's the right one, the box size is calculated automatically, and a shipping label is printed with a route that's already optimized for traffic, weather, and everything else. It is a technological ballet of pure efficiency.
Okay, so that is the gold standard for speed. Now let's take a deep breath and shift gears completely. Let's talk about the pharmacy. Because their process isn't slow because it's inefficient or broken. It is deliberate because it absolutely has to be. This is not a race for speed, it's a gauntlet designed for safety.
You know, this quote just nails the problem perfectly. Amazon's computers are amazing at predicting you'll probably buy new running shoes in the spring. But no algorithm on Earth can predict when your kid is going to get strep throat, or when your doctor's going to suddenly change your blood pressure medication. Pharmacies are playing a totally different game. They're reacting to unpredictable, often urgent human needs.
So where does that wait actually come from? Well, this timeline shows us it's a series of crucial human and administrative checkpoints. First, the insurance has to be verified. Sometimes that means getting a prior authorization, which is basically a game of phone tag with your insurance company that can take days. Then, a licensed pharmacist, a real person, has to review your entire medical history to make sure this new drug won't dangerously interact with something else you're taking. Only then is it filled and double-checked. You see, every single one of those delays is actually a safety feature.
And managing the actual inventory? Oh, it is a completely different beast. Just look at this. Pharmacy demand is all over the place. Expiration dates are incredibly important, and every single pill is highly regulated. You can't just stock up on 1,000 bottles of a heart medication the same way you stock up on batteries. It's an incredibly high-stakes balancing act.
And on top of all that, if your local pharmacy happens to be out of your specific drug, it's not like they can just grab it from a warehouse down the street. That medicine has to travel through this complex supply chain, from the manufacturer to one of just 3 major wholesalers, and then finally to your pharmacy. That journey alone can easily add days to your wait.
Okay, but here's where the story gets really exciting. What happens when the world of relentless e-commerce efficiency starts to smash into the safety-obsessed world of healthcare? Well, we're actually seeing that collision happen right now.
You've got a whole new breed of companies entering the space. Amazon, of course, launched its own pharmacy, trying to apply some of that logistics magic to prescription delivery. In places like India, digital pharmacies are just exploding in popularity. And even inside traditional pharmacies, you're starting to see these incredible robotic systems that can automate the whole dispensing process.
And here is the absolute key. This isn't just about making things faster, it's about making them safer. The error rate for one of these robotic dispensers is an incredible 1 in 250,000. For manual filling, it's about 1 in 250. Let that sink in. We are getting both speed and a monumental leap forward in accuracy.
So, this is really just the beginning. This fusion of logistics technology and healthcare is creating a future where you won't have to choose. You won't have to sacrifice safety for speed, or speed for safety. You're actually going to get both. I mean, just imagine this. Your child has an asthma attack, and you realize their emergency inhaler is empty. Instead of a panic drive across town, a drone delivers a new one to your front door in 10 minutes. This isn't science fiction. Companies are already using this tech to deliver medical supplies. It could completely revolutionize emergency care.
And what about the supply chain itself? Technology like blockchain can create this unhackable digital record that tracks a bottle of pills from the moment it's made to the moment you pick it up. This would make counterfeit drugs basically impossible, and it could make all those painful insurance verification processes almost instantaneous. Days of waiting could shrink to seconds.
So, the next time you find yourself waiting at the pharmacy, yeah, it's still frustrating, but remember that intricate dance of safety checks that's happening behind the counter to protect you. And also know that a revolution is already here. That gap between the speed of an Amazon package and the safety of your prescription, well, it's closing fast.